Hello YouTube! This is MaitreDesBlocs, and today I have something pretty interesting to show you guys once again. I have been working on something with command blocks after an idea I got a little bit earlier in the day, and I wanted to elaborate it. I was thinking about the fact that in Minecraft you can fall from ridiculously high heights or get a lot of damage from a zombie attack or something, and just walk around and run and all that without anything really visible of damage done. Which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it in that way. The fact that you can fall from 3 floors in a building and still walk around as if you were fine without any problem to worry about. I decided to work a little bit around that. What if it was actually dangerous to hurt yourself a lot? What if there was actually a problem with it? And if you were not careful, you could really injure yourself. Well, this is what I did. I cannot move my head around. I cannot jump. I cannot walk around. I am now unconscious. So, this is a really nifty mechanic I was working around with all the new 1.8 command block stuff. Not using the 1.9 command blocks for my creations yet, just because 1.8 feels like a more stable update. I don't have to worry about any bugs or stuff that might be because of the 1.9 stuff. And I can just do things I'm sure will work around in all the future versions. Stability. Stability and reliability. Alright. So, how did I do that? How did I do that? How do I make that when you get a lot of damage and you get to 1/2 a heart, you actually fall unconscious in Minecraft? And it's really cool because for stuff like poison, it's actually dangerous now. And even if you get unconscious and you're too weak, you can actually die from it. I fell unconscious again. The unconscious effect lasts for only 20 seconds. Right now it's only 10 seconds to the end. Only 5 seconds left. 4. And I was too weak to make it. I could not survive. I could not heal it fast enough, and I died during my slumber. I know, it's morbid, but life happens. And I'm back, all well and fine here, to explain to you how this all works. So let's crack on with the explanation of all this. I know you might be bored with my command block explanation, but I hate when I see a command block video explaining a little cool mechanic, but no one explains how you can make it work. So I'm trying my best to make it so anyone who sees what's in my command blocks could replicate this anywhere in their own world if they wanted. So let's crack on with this. You can even ameliorate this. I'm pretty sure I did not do it the best way either. There is a computer clock with subtraction mode running into itself, powering these 2 command blocks at the same time. In the first one, it tests for 1/2 a heart of the player using the parameter test4 at player with the tag health equal to 1s. So, 1/2 a heart. 20 would be full bar, 10 would be half, and 1 is 1/2 a heart. In the same time, it also tests for a player whose score of unconscious is equal to 0, and the score of unconscious is minimum equal to 0, which means if those two are equal in the same time, that means 0 only. 0 only is accepted. And that is matched right now, because I have an unconscious scoreboard objective, which is right now equal to 0, but I do not have 1/2 a heart of health, so that one is not activated. If the 2 are activated, they run into an AND gate, letting this turn on, powering all of these command blocks. And all these 8 at this side, oh wait, it's not 8, it's 6. But all these 6 command blocks here, all they do is giving you potion effects. The first one gives you blindness for 20 seconds, level 1. The second gives you mining fatigue for 20 seconds, level 100. to make sure you cannot break anything while you are unconscious. The exceptions are torches, redstone, and all the things you could break instantly. Slime blocks would work. I cannot really do anything against those. So there are limits to this, but it works for almost every single block in the game. And this one gives my the effect weakness, so you cannot hit anything for 100 effect 20 seconds, level 100. And now this one gives nausea, level 1 for 20 seconds. This one gives slowness. And this one gives jump boost for 20 seconds. 128 is the level. And 128 is just enough to make it so you cannot jump at all. It's a really cool, nifty mechanic if you get above level 127 with jump boost. And it's from level 28 to 253, I think, that it makes so that you cannot jump. On the other side here, we have two command blocks. One of them is a tell raw command to display you fell unconscious in italic text in your screen, and color is equal to red. And the JSON format is used for all those nifty little features of the tell raw, which I'm not going to explain right now. It's pretty self-explanatory. And the second here is scoreboard players set unconscious to 1. So this condition is not met anymore because this will not be equal to 0. After that happened, this line continues to run into two different directions. One goes into a delay, which runs into another clock, which will fire a couple times. And on the other side, it turns off this redstone torch, which unpowers this and the line over there. So let's see what this does. On this side, this clock will power this command block as long as this is turned on. As long as this remains on, it will keep the clock here going. And this will execute at the player where the player is standing, teleport the player where the player is standing, facing the direction 270 in the axe vertically, which is right up where the sun is. And since this clock is really fast, it does not let you turn your head around. Well, unless you try a lot, it will teleport you looking back up. So that is how I make it so you cannot move your head around. And at the same time, it goes around here, which powers this, testing for, as long as the clock is running, the effect slowness on the player. So as long as those 20 seconds are not done, this clock will always detect the effect slowness, which will activate this, powering the clock. So the clock is testing for itself, basically. And then when you lose the 20 seconds effect slowness, then it turns off the clock, which doesn't test for it anymore, and frees your head in the same time. And there's a little delay for it, just to make sure that there is enough delay that after you lost the slowness effect, this command block can activate once again, making this turn off and resetting the whole thing. Now on this side, this torch turns off, unpowering this line of redstone, and it runs into some repeaters over here, which runs into the command putting unconscious back to 0 to reset that part. That's all it does on this side. And on the other side, it will activate this, because as you probably remember, when the clock is active, this will be powered, which will unpower the torch. But when you gain control of yourself again, you lose the slowness effect, this all gets unpowered, letting this torch power once again, activating this for the first time, and also doing this part. And this is the most compact, not really silent, but it's the most compact, what's the word? Monostable circuit I know of. It sends a 1-tick pulse, basically, to every single repeater that's facing out of it. And there is one over here and one over there. And all this is doing is a 2-pulse thing. It pulses once, and then the second pulse goes around and takes a little bit delay, and then it pulses again. And the 2 pulses go into these 2 command blocks. The first one tests for a score of unconscious, which is perfectly equal to 1, which will be the case because there's a delay. on the reset. Wait, where is it? Where is it? There's a delay on the reset of unconscious here for repeaters. So this will trigger before the unconscious will be back to 0. Unconscious equal to 1 it tests for. And the second one tests for half a heart once again. So after you finished being unconscious, if you still will have 1/2 a heart, then it will trigger the AND gate, which will power these 3 command blocks and the 2 following with repeaters. This one sets unconscious back to 0. And this one displays the text with telra with a selector at P to display the player name was too weak to make it, which is a death message you see in the chat. And this one puts show death messages false a tick before you get killed, and then it will put the rule back on. So you don't actually see ouch, that hurts, and fell out of the world death messages. That's how I did for my custom death message I did put with the Talra. So that's basically all there is to it. The only downfall with this design is that it's not adapted for multiplayer. So if you want to run this on a server, you might have some problems because it can only test for 1 player at a time. But apart from that, I think this is a pretty cool mechanic which would do really great in adventure maps, especially maps that would make like you would wake up in a bed if you get unconscious. Somebody would like take you into their village and you would wake up again, or something like that. I don't know. You guys get a lot of different cool uses for stuff like this. And also, when you're unconscious, if something hits you, you die because you're 1/2 a heart. So you can actually die from external damage when you are unconscious. I did not prevent that because it would not be realistic if you couldn't. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for this one. I like it a lot. I hope you do like it as well. It was really fun for me to make this, and I hope you're going to find some great use for it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. MaitreDesBlocs out.